Guys, it's me, Windless Shot 28, and I'm here to talk about a serious situation that everybody occurs to, and it occurs to me a lot. And I think people should be aware about this situation, and I think people should take action when this happens to them or their friends, and not just sit around and be a bystander, which sometimes being a bystander to bigger kids older than you that are bullying your best friend, being a bystander might be good. But for me, since I have a little bit of pounds and, I'm bigger than most people in my school, I'm more of the person who's everybody's, like, all the little kids. I have a bunch of little kids at my school who look up to me as kind of like their leader to show them what's right and wrong. And when I was in 3rd grade and 4th grade, I was always, just this kid who got in trouble, and I made other people get in trouble, and I forced other people to do troublemaking things, and I would bully people sometimes into doing what I wanted them to do, which I know I sound like a really bad person, but when my first little friend, his name was Manny. Oh, he was the nicest little kid. He was about in kindergarten. His name's Manny, and he has a growth stunt disorder. And all the kids pick on him. Oh, shorty, little person, young person. And the first time I saw him, he was getting bullied by this kid. His name was Adrian, and he was getting bullied by him. And I went ballistic because I'm all for standing, in the way of a train for someone little, And I relate to this because I used to bully people, and I still get bullied to this day because of my ADHD and my attention span, because my attention span's really big. Like, in my videos, sometimes you'll see me just looking off to the side or something really quickly, not looking, like, you know how in videos, like, you see people, like, staring into you. But I will, like, look off to the side sometimes, and, I will be talking directly to you, but, I won't be looking at you. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. The birds keep landing, like, 2 feet away from me. Anyways, and because of my ADHD, and you probably think that I don't have ADHD because I'm so laid back, and ADHD is not about laid back, and actually I don't have ADHD, I have ADD, which ADHD means you're hyper, ADD means you're just a tad bit slower than most people, but your attention span's still very, very high, and I have both. At some points I'll get really hyper, so I'll trigger an ADHD, and sometimes I'm, like, really, really low. And, like, I'll feel like I want to die, which is ADD. And, that might not be all the symptoms, and that might not be one of your symptoms if you do have ADHD or something. Because in my family, everybody was born with either autism or Down syndrome or some type of disorder. My disorder, sadly, is ADHD, which it affects a lot of my body. So it gets hard for me and very emotional when someone's picking on me. And if you've been picked on, and you wear glasses, or you're a nerd like me, it's okay. If someone calls you a nerd, or four eyes, or fatty, or little chump, or something, you just say, I'm sorry you feel that way. Because someone picking on you is just really have low self-esteem and trying to make themselves feel better. So I want you to do one thing. When you go to school, anytime someone bullies you, I want you to step up to them. I want you to say, I'm sorry you feel like that, but you're not going to continue bullying me, or else this is going to go into serious matters. So I suggest you stop. That's all you have to do. And if they don't stop, you stick up for yourself. If they throw a punch, you block. You do not throw a punch. Because, trust me, I've tried it before. I've thrown punches, and I've just gotten myself more trouble than they did. So I want you to, please don't throw the punch. I want you to block the punch. I know I sound like a hippie. No offense to hippies, because they're absolutely fine. I'm not trying to be racist or anything, but I just want you to be aware of this, and I want you to take this in consideration and stick up for yourself. And, you know, just fight for yourself. I gotta tell you that. So, if you can't do that, which I know everybody in the world can do this, then you must not really care about yourself. So, do it, and stick up for yourself. This is Windless Shot 28 saying, peace. Boy.